Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Nazario here with Mikey Murphy. And today we're doing our part one of the NFL playoff preview. Today we're doing the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills, the New England Patriots. Tomorrow, hopefully we will do the all the Sunday games, all three of those. And, we're going to start off with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders. Quick recap. These teams played a couple weeks ago. Bengals won in Las Vegas 32-13. I think the final score is a little bit misleading here. In the fourth quarter, they went into the fourth quarter with a 13-7 lead, put up 19 in that quarter, wound up winning 32-13. Some big things from this game. Joe Mixon had his best game of the season. 30 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. Joe Burrow, the way he's been playing recently, this has been one of his worst games. Not really worst games. I would say just more mediocre games. He didn't have a ton of success, but he didn't have really any negative plays, any interceptions, fumbles such as that. Mixon just had a beastly game. So, and then on the Raiders side, Josh Jacobs got absolutely shut down, 9 carries, 37 yards. And then Derek Carr did not play his best game whatsoever, 19 of 27, 215, touchdown and a pick. So looking back at this game, watching the highlights, there was really big plays by this Bengal defense that really won them this game, Mikey. And so looking back on part one, what do you think the Bengals are going to take away from part one and try to repeat and to keep having success when they play the Raiders once again to try to get their first playoff win since 1990 and break the curse?
Well, I think they will keep what they have been doing for the past couple of weeks, which is just throwing the ball up to Jamar Chase. No, I'm just kidding. But they're just going to keep passing the ball like they do, and that they've been doing that successfully the past couple of weeks. And then once the Raiders are expecting to pass, they just hand the ball off to Mixon and he can get some yards. But the key to this game is really to stop that powerful Raiders defensive line. Mm-hmm. They were giving Justin Herbert and his tackles a hard time that game. That was hard to watch. I don't think I remember a time where that tackle won against Max Crosby.
Looking back on this game, really what separated this game was I saw first half and through the third quarter, Max Crosby and Yannick Ngakoue were getting to Joe Burrow on third downs, passing downs. The Bengals, they started getting hot. They started converting on a couple of those third downs. They got some more pass protection. Burrow kept getting the ball out quicker. Some of his guys were getting open. And if you think about these big games, playoff games, these four things come out as the difference really in these football games. And it's turnovers, third downs, time of possession, and penalties. Early in this game, when the Bengals were able to come away with that Joe Mixon touchdown, instead of it being 6-6, Bengals went up 10-6. What happened was a big pass, it was the unnecessary roughness penalty that gave the Bengals the free first down and were able to score a touchdown. So in this game, if we look back, Bengals were 8 of 16 from third down. The Raiders only 1 for 7 on third down. If the Raiders want to have any chance of winning this game, they got to be better on third down. And you look at it, total plays. Bengals, 70 plays. Raiders, 47. Also, Las Vegas, 2 turnovers. Bengals with 1. So everything I was just talking about, those big game-changing plays, the Raiders did not have any of those in this first matchup. And the Bengals had all of them, which is why the Bengals are able to come away with this victory. And those 4 things will be the key to this game. If the Raiders are able to hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs, get a few yards, set them up with a good third down, and then hit Darren Waller on third downs and keep drives going, they're going to have a lot of success. Darren Waller had a great game in the first matchup. I'm not sure if he's going to have quite as much success this time. I'm sure the Bengals' game plan is going to be stop Darren Waller, as they should. Mikey, do the Bengals have a guy to shut down Darren Waller, or do you think this is going to have to be a double team, triple team type of game plan here for the Bengals?
Yeah, I don't know if we have the player to stop him, but I mean, as long as we can just contain him at least a little bit, I think we should be fine. But if he goes off for 200 yards, that's going to be a tough game to win.
Looking back on when the Bengals have faced great tight ends, I know the San Francisco 49er game, Kittle had just a phenomenal game, absolutely dominated that defense. Looking back on the Chiefs game, Kelsey, he played, right? Only, let's see what he had here. Kelsey, 5 receptions, 25 yards. He did have a touchdown, but 5 catches for 25 yards. If they can keep Darren Waller to that, they will be absolutely thrilled.
That's what we need to do to him. I was looking at stats, and he's only played 2 games since we last played him, I think, or something.
Darren Waller's been a little bit injured, I think.
Yeah, so and he's not put up the numbers he put up against us in week 10, was it? Yeah. So
yeah, that's a big thing for me for the Raiders. Now, on the Bengals side, looking back on this game, it's all about getting to manageable third downs where they can get the ball out quick, because on these third and longs, this is just not what they want. Max Crosby and Yannick Ngakoue will dominate Joe Burrow if they're in third and longs consistently. And that's really the key to this game. If you look back on the first matchup, third downs, they happened all the time. Earlier in the game, third downs, they were not being converted by anyone. That's why it was so low scoring. And then later in the game, the Bengals picked it up. So to me, and also the Raiders, they lost another corner a few weeks ago, I believe. I think it was the guy that was pointing guns or something like that. They released him, so they lost another corner. So that should be interesting. Last time they did play very well versus Burrow and Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and all those guys. So we'll see. Looking at this game, you think coming in, the Bengals have the advantage in most facets of the game. I like them better on offense versus the Raiders' defense. As long as they don't get consistently in third and longs, they'll be fine. And then looking on the Bengals' defense, they played tremendous last time. And, Josh Jacobs still isn't feeling great. He hasn't been healthy really all season. He had some good runs versus the Chargers. So if the Bengals are able to shut down Josh Jacobs and make it third and long for Derek Carr, force him into some turnovers, set up this offense, because think about it. They got basically their whole entire offense playing in their first playoff game. Playoff experience, it's something different. Burrow, obviously, him and Jamar did win the national championship together. NFL playoffs, a little bit different. So I'm thinking early in this game, they got to feed Joe Mixon. Let Burrow, I know he's gonna be fired up. All that adrenaline's gonna be going. Hand it off to Mixon, start off the game, get him going, then maybe a little play action, get Burrow going. That's what I'm thinking. I think the Bengals should be able to take this one, but I'm not counting the Raiders out. I think this is gonna come down to in the second half. If one team turns the football over and the other team doesn't, that's going to be the winner of the football game. So if turnovers are going to play a huge factor. They always do in playoff football. But I'm going to take the Bengals for Burrow to hold on to the football, play it safe. He's going to launch some balls. We know he will. But I believe in Jamar and T. Higgins to go get those 50-50 balls. I don't see the Raiders having any guys really challenging the Bengals secondary deep. I think they're going to be going for it. They're going to be playing very aggressive to try to force some turnovers themselves. I think they're going to get a few, and I think the Bengals are going to win this game.
Yeah, it is. Have you seen the weather? It is supposed to snow Saturday. So that could play a factor into the game plans of the teams. So that if it's snowing a lot and there's a lot of wind, they might not be able to throw the ball as much, and they'd have to trust Mixon, which I think we can trust Mixon, and we can go on to win this game.
All right, so got it. Both picking the Bengals, but don't count out the Raiders. Now, game number 2 on Saturday, we got the Buffalo Bills hosting the New England Patriots, part 3. They've played each other twice this season already, both close matchups, and both road teams won the game. Obviously, the first time in Buffalo, absolutely crazy weather conditions. Winds did you see those things, Mikey? The field goal posts were going crazy and everything, but the Patriots were able to win they were on their win streak, 114-10. Then they lost to the Colts, kind of got them off their hot streak, lost to the Bills the following week at home, 33-21. So, then they were able to beat the Jaguars. Jaguars aren't much. And then they lost to the Dolphins. If I'm not mistaken, Mikey, everyone was playing for the Patriots versus the Dolphins, correct?
I believe so.
The division race, I believe, was still available, so everyone playing. Mac Jones had a decent game. pretty basic for Mac Jones. So I'm not sure about this Patriot team. They were on fire, obviously, with that 7-game win streak as Mikey has fallen off his beanbag. But I'm looking at this game in Buffalo. There's absolutely psycho fans. And I'm saying to myself, I like the Buffalo Bills looking at it right now. It's supposed to be 2 degrees, wind gust of 14 miles per hour. So that could play a huge factor. If Josh Allen isn't able to get going throwing the football, where do the Buffalo Bills go? They don't have a great run game. They rely on Josh Allen's arm a lot.
They haven't had the run game, but I feel like the past couple of weeks, Devin Singletary has gotten a lot better than he has the past couple, or the rest of the year. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know though.
Let's see here. The past couple games, Devin Singletary. You're right, Mikey. So let's see here. Versus the Jets, 19 carries. Versus Atlanta, 23 carries. 22 versus Carolina. They had 12 last time when he played New England. But, if he's getting 15-plus carries, that's trending up. Obviously, the Jets, the Falcons, and the Panthers aren't the best teams in the world by any means, but it's still the NFL. I mean, we saw the Colts go into Jacksonville with the playoff on the line. They have to win the game. They lost. So any NFL team can do it on any week. But, Devin Singletary, 188 attempts for 870 yards, 7 touchdowns. That's a pretty solid season. To me, the Bills have a great coach in Sean McDermott. They have a great quarterback, and they have the best defense in the NFL. Going up against the Patriots with the best coach of all time, with a rookie quarterback. I believe the last time they had a rookie quarterback by the name of Tom Brady, they won the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not seeing that quite this year. I'm not seeing, I know Julian Edelman made a $100,000 bet the Patriots will make the Super Bowl. I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. I think their defense is going to win them this game. I think they're going to force a couple turnovers. Just like last year versus the Ravens. Those not good weather conditions, low-scoring football game. The Bills got that pick 6 late in the game to win that game. Put me in tears, but, I think the Bills have the advantage in this game. I think the only way the Bills don't win this game is if Josh Allen is erratic, if he's inaccurate with his passes, if the Patriots can force a couple turnovers and then go into that ground and pound, dump off offense that they love to run, they could have a shot to win this thing. But realistically, this is the Bills' game to win for me.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that. Their defense, it's ranked first in points per game, yards per game, yards per play, first downs per game, and third down percentage. I just think on the road, I think the only reason they won that first game is because of the weather conditions and they had to run the ball. And I do think the Patriots have the better run game with Damian Harris in that line. But I do think that's really the only reason they won that game. If it was regular weather conditions, I probably would have had picked Buffalo to win that game. And then they went back to New England with regular weather, and the Bills won. And that's what I expect them to do this week.
They say a hot football team, or they say a hot baseball player, hot hitter, better than a great baseball player. And the Patriots were hot as hot could be earlier in the season when they first beat the Bills. They have lost 3 out of 4. I'm not feeling the same fire from them. Taking the Buffalo Bills. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our playoff preview part 1. We'll be back tomorrow for part 2. Thank you for watching.